Hey Student Impact teachers, hope you're having a great week so far. Just wanted to stop in and say, hey, hope you're having a good summer. Hope everything is going okay. Just want to let you know that we love you, we're praying for you. Thank you so much for investing in the lives of the students here at First Baptist Church Keller. And the thing we want to talk about this month in our training podcast is personal growth and the reason to have that and to always be growing in the Lord and spending time with the Lord in Bible study and prayer. And I just want to share a little bit of what the Lord's been speaking to my heart about out of 1 Peter chapter 4, and this is what it says. Since therefore Christ suffered in the flesh, arm yourselves with the same way of thinking. For whoever has suffered in the flesh has ceased from sin, so as to live for the rest of the time in the flesh, no longer for human passions, but for the will of God. And that's a huge prayer that we have, that we want our students and our teachers and everyone else involved in the church staff, to be living for the will of God and not for the will of man, because they are two way different things. One of the books I'm reading right now, A Godward Life by John Piper, I recommend, and he says this: it is not enough to believe that God is big and strong and fearsome, which he is. We must experience this magnificence as the explosion of God's uncontainable zeal to satisfy his creatures by showing them himself. One of the biggest things I think that our youth need is they need to experience a relationship with God on a daily basis. They need to see God move. They need to see him interact within their lifestyle and just every day. And as I'm talking right now, we have John Parker coming up the stairs. John is very thankful that you are teaching within the student ministry, and John is going to say hello, and he loves you very much.
Thanks, Casey. I just want to take this opportunity to say hello, and I love you very much.
Thank you, Jonah. So our prayer is that our students will really connect with the Lord. They will really grow in the knowledge of him, but also live it out in the daily life. We especially this year have a vision of our students really loving Jerusalem, really loving Keller, and impacting the lives of people inside the Keller area, and also really focusing on loving each other and other people, seeing Christ within their lives on a daily personal basis. So thank you for your time. Spend time with the Lord. Keep growing, and we're praying for you. There's a great book that I love that always reminds me of my daily quiet time with the Lord, and it's by Charles Swindoll, and it's entitled Intimacy with the Almighty, and he covers 4 main things that every Christian should be growing in deeply on a normal, everyday level. And those 4 things are simplicity, silence, solitude, and surrender. Simplicity, just we need to narrow down the things that we have in our life and just spend more and more time with God and living out God's love with our neighbors, with everyone we come in contact with. And the more things that we have, the more time that consumes of our life. So you have simplicity, then you have silence, the need to get alone and just hear from God, hear his word, and take it in and apply it to our life. So you have simplicity, you have silence, solitude, just to pull away from the world and really think, what am I living for? Am I living for God? Am I living for myself? This may be a good thing in my life, but not all good things need to be there. Some things need to be taken away so we can focus more on what truly matters. And the last one is surrender. Our daily need to surrender our complete selves under the lordship of Jesus Christ, and to realize he is God, we are not, and that we need him fully. Thank you so much for serving in the student ministry area. We love you. We are praying for you. Know that we are here for you. And we look forward to this new year in 2009, 2010. Bah!